at Feature Story. From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks, looking in more detail today at e-scooters and the decision by voters in Paris to ban them starting in September. All over the world, rentable electric scooters have become a fast, cheap and convenient way of nipping through traffic. But they've also become a familiar sight, littering pavements after they've been abandoned by users. In Paris, they've been operating since 2018, but are blamed by some residents for creating hazardous conditions on the roads, last year being involved in 3 fatalities and 459 other accidents on Parisian streets. Reporter Peter Allen is in the French capital.
They've been an absolute menace in the city for the last 5 years. They've been associated with lots of terrible injuries, and I have to say deaths as well. They are often used in riot situations because they're very easy to set on fire. The Ville de Paris, which is the city council, got absolutely sick of it. It organised this referendum on Sunday. Pretty low turnout, which you'd expect with quite a niche issue, but 90% of those who voted said they wanted to get rid of them, and they'll be gone by the end of August.
The 3 operators of e-scooters in Paris say they're hoping to work with the mayor to find a compromise and cited the low turnout of less than 8% of registered voters. Lime, one of the operators, called the result a step backwards for the French capital. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, China's launched military drills after US House Speaker Kevin McCarthy met Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen in California. Iran and Saudi Arabia have held foreign minister talks for the first time in 7 years. North Korea is describing joint US and South Korean military drills as pushing tensions to the brink of nuclear war, and the UK government's announced the date and time for the test of a new emergency alert system. That's the latest Feature Story news. Ollie Barrett reporting.
Tell us we will die like dogs.
What?
Tell us we will die like dogs.
You will die like dogs.
No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions because we are the 3 Amigos.
Oh, good morning. It's KCHW 102.7 getting started on a 3 Amigos Thursday. That's right, we got the boys back together.
Boys are back in town.
Oh, yeah, he's actually got a singing voice, too. Wow. Alan Milani right there singing the songs for you. And up above on the Hollywood Square, it's Chuck Ritchie. And as you can see, if you're watching online on Facebook today or YouTube or the website, I have announced the candidacy. Well, me and Alan are announcing our candidacy for president and vice president. That way we would have each side of the spectrum going on. Alan said he would trip me on Air Force One going up the stairs, though, to make me look older.
Yes, I don't think I'm going to have to. I think the rug's loose on those steps.
Actually, our announcement today is a fun one, both sad and happy at the same time. Michelle, our station manager, has given notice to move on to some other things in her life. And Mr. Chuck Ritchie has accepted the position of KCHW station manager. Look at that!
What?
Yes. You didn't know?
That's crazy.
All right.
I'm not sure I can handle another new boss.
Have you told my wife?
No. All right. He did sign a contract for a whole $2 a month. So congratulations on that, Chuck.
Yay.
Yes.
Does qualify him for being the 3rd person paid at KCHW. All right. In history. All right. So, no, we are very excited about Chuck taking over. The scary thing for me and Alan is what, Alan?
He's our boss.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Don't think of me the boss. Just think of me as, a friend who controls your life.
That's scary. That's really
Nice.
scary.
Isn't it? Ugh.
Nice.
All right, let's
I
get
can barely
started
control
with
my own.
Let's get started with a little weather for Chewila and then on to some fun stuff to start the show. 53 for a high today. You got overcast skies. What were the roads like? Everything cool coming from Kettle Falls, Alan?
They certainly were, but people are driving slow. I don't know why.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's just because I left late.
Were you in the front?
No,
right.
No, sir.
All right.
I was one of the very frustrated back people.
All right.
That always seems to happen, and then they'll drive 45 miles an hour until they hit a passing lane, and then they'll go 70,
Yeah.
and then they'll drop back down when the passing lane's over.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I do that because I like people to look at my butt.
Rub my butt.
Rub my butt, please. Rub my butt. All right. Just not
Rub
with
my
your
butt.
big truck, Alan.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Well, it doesn't have a brush guard on the front. I'm afraid to hit anything.
I don't know, I creeped up myself now. 42 for an overnight low tonight with cloudy skies and some off and on rain at 50%. Lots of rain tomorrow, 83%, 48 and 37 for the high and low. Saturday, 55, mostly cloudy, just a 10% chance of rain. Take it up to 50% for Sunday with a high of, get this, 60 and 48. Wow.
I'm not buying it.
All right. Alan's finally going to be able to take off his flannel.
That's doubtful.
Okay, the vest.
Alan never takes off his flannel.
I wear it in the shower.
That way he knows it's clean.
I know.
I love my flannel.
Could we get a video of that? Like you showering
guys
with
are
in your
just-
flannel?
You guys are jealous.
Yeah, we're jealous of your
I
flannel
love
for sure.
Flannel.
Have you ever heard of Goodwill?
So here's how Woodland, Maine is, right? We have this discount store called Martin's. It's, it'd be like a Target or something like that, but it's all stuff that's been discontinued from other stores. And I go in there one day and I walk into the clothing half of the building, and I am not kidding you, Alan would have had a heart attack because it was an entire sea of flannel. That's all that was in there. Was flannel shirts. It was ridiculous. There must have been 5,000 flannel shirts. Yeah.
Even in the kids section where you shop, huh?
It's true.
Quiet! I can't have myself lie!
46 and 38 with rain for Monday at 70%. There you go. Before we get to the community calendar, since Chuck's going to be the boss, he worked hard all night long, and he wants to keep his elders in line, who he says is Alan and me. All right.
Oh.
All right. So advice for your elders with Chuck. There you go. Here you go. That's what it's going to feel like. Are you ready, Chuck?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So it says Alan goes first.
No, that's just
Oh, no,
that's
these are
that's.
for Alan. Oh, these are.
I actually
me.
wrote
I
these
read
out
that
for you,
wrong.
Chuck, where you say the person's name so you know who we're insulting.
Okay, so I
'cause
was
just
reading
to
it- I
say
was reading
this-
it like a script.
Yeah, just to say this, some of them really pertain to Alan.
I kind of hope this one really makes him sweat a little bit.
Yeah, he's gonna make us mad. All right,
Yep.
we're ready.
Okay, so Alan, if you lose something in an old age home, don't stop searching until you've found every nook and granny.
And granny. Every nook and granny.
Every nook and granny. I read that wrong.
Yeah, you
Ah.
did.
I'm nervous.
It's his first day. Okay.
So Scott, aging gracefully is like a nice way of saying you're slowly looking worse.
I hate you, Alan.
I'm glad you have sound effects.
But Alan, at your age, the only pole dancing you should be doing is holding onto the safety bar in the bathtub.
With my flannel.
That flannel ain't gonna save you, bud.
It'll soften the blow when I land on the floor, though.
Oh, only if it's padded.
It would.
Strangely enough, I do have shower bars in the shower.
But
That's fun.
a nice flannel is like a warm hug, though. I gotta
is.
say,
Yeah.
it really is.
Hey, wait a minute.
understand.
I got shower bars in my shower too.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm the one that was in a wheelchair, and I don't have shower bars in my shower. I probably should have put those in.
Well, keep going. We'll see if you can end up back in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We can help with that.
Scott,
Yeah.
If you owned a ranch, you'd have to call it past your prime.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I
Kind of
like
like
that one. That
Amazon
was
Prime,
good.
but stinkier.
You just wait, Alan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chuck?
Alan, those are not gray hairs on your head. Those are wisdom highlights, and you are especially wise.
That's what Brenda keeps telling me.
So wise. Look
I
at
think it's fake
Gandalf.
news.
Look at Gandalf.
Gandalf. Thanks, buddy.
You know the secret to having a smoking hot body in old age, Scott?
Mm-mm.
Cremation.
Wow.
Man,
Wow. I think he's really out to get us today.
I think he is.
this is turning dark.
Good.
Just remember, Alan. Though, remember that old naps do help prevent old age. Regular naps, I mean. Yeah, especially if you take them while driving.
Yeah, that'll reduce the chances of getting old.
Yeah.
I take naps at the store every day from noon to 5.
Oh, I've seen him before. Like you walk through the door and he pops right up in his chair. I wasn't sleeping. Huh? I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. And then he says this.
Do you really have a magic carpet? And are we really going to ride on it? That's a magic carpet.
One magic carpet coming up.
My new carpet!
Keep your hands and arms inside the carpet.
And why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
Haku is bleeding all over the carpet. Get him out of here. He'll be dead soon anyway.
Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet and fly to another Arabian night.
I love carpet.
Flannel.
And if Alan asks you if you want to ride on his magic carpet, the answer's no.
Yeah, it's just creepy.
Oh. Answer's always
creepy.
yes.
It's always no.
Scott.
Yes.
Which one of the Sith Lords immobilizes his enemies in their old age instead of killing them?
I don't know.
Darthritis. I like that one.
It's funny because I have it.
Have you seen those T-shirts that have like, I'm sure you're familiar with like Hell's Angels and all those guys,
No.
right? And they have that show Sons of
Who?
Anarchy,
Yeah.
right? So there's a shirt out there that says Sons of Arthritis. Yeah. Yeah, true biker style too.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's for the retirees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chuck?
So, Alan, what's the best part of old age?
There isn't one, sir.
It doesn't last very long.
Avoid it if you can.
It doesn't last very long. It's not nice at all, Chuck.
It doesn't last very long. No, it doesn't.
All right.
I know people who have been old forever.
Like Bency?
Oh.
He's probably listening. Sorry, Mike.
Wow. He's an old soul.
Yeah, that's it.
Very wise old soul.
All right.
He's not that old.
All right. Pick up the pace, Chuck. You're going to pepper us with some more, aren't you?
Okay. Yeah, so this is for both of you. So being over 50 means that you get the urge, but you can't remember what for. That started me when I was a teenager.
I was wondering about that 15 minutes ago.
Right? Being over 50 means you've reached that age where your back goes out more than you do.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's true.
Again, that's not so much 50. Being over 50 means you're so old that doing it 3 times a night is how many times you get up to pee.
Those are rookie numbers. Wow.
Actually, I never
I've done more than
stopped.
that since I got up this morning.
I just spend the night on the toilet.
So sad.
At least you have your flannel.
Can't feel my legs.
But I'm warm on the top half. Sorry.
Being over 50 means you spend more time trimming your nose hair than you do trimming your head hair.
I really hate it now that I'm over 50.
I don't understand that one.
It's all started migrating, right? So I got more coming out of my ears than I do on the top of my head.
Oh my God, Chuck blinded me
Well,
by
it sticks
taking
to
off
your
his
back
hat.
too.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
Sorry.
I can't read the rest of the script.
Sorry. Anyway. So being over 50 means you become bisexual. You get screwed by both Mother Nature and Father Time.
Chuck.
Wow.
Wow. Now that you're the station manager, I can't believe you're saying things like that.
I know. We're gonna spice things up.
Oh, actually, that joke was approved by Marion.
We're really pushing the FCC boundaries.
We are.
Exactly. So being over 50 means that punching a time clock is probably the most exercise you get all day.
Not me.
But, it's not all bad. Being over 50 isn't the end of the world. But you can see it from there. Wow. And finally, the best form of birth control for those over 50 is nudity.
Oh.
That hurts.
That's why I continually wear a flannel.
All right. Quiet on the set. This is for Chuck only.
Hey, shut up.
Oh, there you go. All right, little payback coming from Alan. Let's get Chuck ready for being the boss at the radio station. Here you go, Alan Milani, with some tips for Chuck, I guess.
I just saved Chuck from a murder.
You did?
I went home early. My boss is very easygoing and told me not to think of him as a boss, rather think of him as a friend who is never wrong.
That's right.
I can actually picture Chuck saying that.
Right?
Yeah.
Keep going with me?
Yeah. It's all you, buddy.
Yeah, these are all you.
So what's the best way to criticize your boss? Very quietly so he can't hear you.
Did you see him when he took off his hat?
What's that?
Wow. Shiny.
I thought we had something in low Earth orbit.
Did you hear what he said on the air?
And remember, said the boss, there's no I in team. Yeah, muttered one of the peons, and there's not much sign of you in it either. How is Christmas like your job?
I don't know.
You do all the work, and the fat guy in the suit gets all the credit.
Ow.
Wow. Except he's not fat anymore.
I know, but
I'm not. Well, I was gonna say I'm not gonna be wearing a suit.
Just a flannel.
Yes.
My last boss said I have a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that.
Look out, Chuck.
I'll show him.
How do you make people think you're the boss? Stand around and do nothing.
Either that or you're in quality control.
Right? What do your boss and the Slinky have in common?
What?
They're both fun to watch tumble down the stairs.
Oh, man.
So when Alan says, Chuck, will you come up in the attic and look at the transmitter? You know what's going on, Chuck.
Hey, at least we have all this stuff recorded. So if anything happens to me, Alan, you better watch out.
I'm sure I'm on more than one watch list, Chuck.
You gotta protect me now, because nothing bad can happen after saying all this stuff on the air.
This is true. I'm gonna get you some bubble wrap.
So you're saying
security guard
Alan is your bodyguard?
Alan Milani's gonna take care of me.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The Milani. All right.
Watch out for Lucille.
All right. Put on your, blindfolds. It's what Scott thinks about in the shower. First up, I wonder how many slices of pizza I've eaten in my lifetime. That took 10 minutes this morning.
To do the math?
Yeah. I'm hoping one of you can answer this for me. Does a straw have one hole or two?
Has one at each end.
That's two. It's two holes.
holes.
Okay. All right. I wonder what my cat named me. Especially yesterday when I left her outside for 2 hours in what Maine calls ice rain, or what was it?
Ice rain.
No, Icecretion.
Yeah, icecretion.
Icecretion is what they were calling it on the news.
That sounds delicious.
Same thing I do when I eat too much ice cream.
That's what happens when you drool in the winter.
If you think about it, fire trucks are named wrong. They're actually water trucks. Yeah, sorry. There's no good reason why snocks or socks need to be matched. And when I'm thinking about my socks, I actually thought it's more acceptable to wear 0 shoes than 1 shoe. No? They're not laughing at any of these. Yeah. Put ice in my milk and I'm weird, but when I add coffee, it's normal again. Alan?
When I was a kid, I always put ice in my milk. I thought I was weird.
Yep. Alan, this one's for you. We have to drive to work to afford gas to drive to work.
Yeah. It's a continual loop. I don't like it.
It's a vicious cycle.
I like parades, so I like to think of funerals, their processions, as sad parades. I think Alan's having some asthma.
That's kind of like morbidly funny.
Morbidly funny. Despite all our technological advances, we still don't have a better invention for walking in the rain than an umbrella.
Yeah.
It's true.
I want like a high-powered fan that attaches to my head that blows it back up.
Blows it back up. Okay. That's originally Chuck. I love it.
Wait a minute. He's running the show now?
Yes.
Be scared. Everybody be scared.
Math is the only place where someone would buy 60 watermelons and 40 cantaloupes and no one asks why.
Yeah.
Alan, someone's mom probably used you as a bad example for her kids.
Probably.
Maybe it was Chuck.
I've done nothing
Can
wrong.
confirm.
This is what I hate about smartphones is I actually correct autocorrect more than it corrects me.
Isn't that the stupidest thing?
It is. It's true. Mm-hmm. All right. When it comes to oranges, this is for both of you. Which came first, the color or the fruit?
Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to say the color.
When you guys are clapping your hands, you're really just high-fiving yourself?
Nice. I do that a lot.
I do it when I feel down. Gives me a pep. Gives me a perk up.
This one reminds me of Chuck. Maybe urinals were invented when a tall guy walked by the sink and asked, "Why not?" You guys know you've thought about it too.
Don't deny
it. And the last one I thought today was because of the news. It was yesterday, Marjorie Taylor Greene called New York City disgusting, filthy, and repulsive. And I thought that's really strange because that's exactly how I think of her. All right, that'll be the only political joke for today. All right, upcoming events in the city of Chihuahua. You guys got some free time tonight? Alan's always got free time.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm free all the time.
What's going on?
5 to 8 o'clock tonight. It's First Thursday Art Walk going on in the streets of Chihuahua. Margot Setti's art at the Yale Press. Hillary No and Eric Miller at the Spotlight Gallery in the Aaron Huff Memorial Center. It's Chris Lowalder and Julie Everson at the Flowery Trail Cafe. The Winterfest Fine Art closing show going on at the Trail's End. And, of course, Tim Nelson is the one who puts this all together for every first Thursday. And then Winterfest Photography. And these are going to be the ones that were entered and the ones that won. It's the closing show for that, too. And that's at the McCunn Gallery in the Mountain Market on Main. And that is going on, as I said, from 5 to 8 o'clock tonight. Other upcoming events, Kiwanis Easter egg hunt going on. Alan.
What are you trying to say?
I could just picture
that was a
you
weird
doing
segue.
It. Yeah. It happens on Saturday from 1 to 3. Inside those eggs, candy and money.
See, I'm
it
all
sounded
over
like you were
that.
accusing Alan of something. An Easter egg hunt. Alan.
He's always stealing my eggs.
He's always taking me Easter eggs.
That happened one time.
That's pretty good. All right, you guys, skyscraper-sized asteroid cruising through the cosmos at 35,000 miles per hour, going by Earth today. Going to make a relatively close approach, but it shouldn't kill us all like the dinosaurs. Let's see, it's 7.5 times the average distance between the Earth and Moon, according to NASA. Fortunately, the meaty space rock will miss our planet by more than 1 million miles. Of course, the next time around, maybe we won't be so lucky. Astronomers estimate the asteroid named 2023 FM. Hey. I could do a segue with that on the radio. Measure somewhere between 393 and 853 feet in diameter, roughly the height of a 40 to 80-foot story skyscraper. During its close approach on this afternoon, the asteroid will fly within 1.8 million miles of our planet. The space rock's formidable size, coupled with its uncomfortably close trajectory, earns it the title of a potentially hazardous asteroid, meaning a space rock measuring larger than 460 feet in diameter, and that it could come within 4 million miles of the Earth. And that's according to NASA's Near-Earth Object Classification System. NASA tracks thousands of these, and it was in March, astronomers detected an Olympic-sized swimming pool asteroid, which they cleverly named 2023 DW. It has a 1 in 600 chance of colliding with Earth on Valentine's Day. Hey, honey, look what I got you.
Wow.
Happy
You
Valentine's.
know, in honor of this, we're going to be roasting a whole cow. Doesn't get much. Doesn't get much meatier than that.
That's right.
I wonder if we're going to be able to feel the draft as it goes by.
I hope so. Well, we'd watch Chuck's hair, for movement, but he doesn't have any.
All
right. Astronomers have detected a repeating radio signal from an exoplanet and a star that it orbits, both located 12 light years away from Earth. When I read things like this, I get really excited because I think they're trying to contact us, but it was just signals coming from their atmosphere. So
it's not an SOS?
Yeah. Did anyone know that there was another Kennedy that could run for office?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I saw that.
So anti-vax activist RFK Jr. challenging Biden in 24, going to run under the Democratic ticket. Democrat Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an anti-vaccine activist, and I don't know, one of the country's most famous political families, is running for president. Kennedy filed a statement of candidacy Wednesday with the Federal Election Commission. He's 69 years old, and he's going to challenge incumbent President Joe Biden for the Democratic nomination. My question is, has there ever been a challenger for the primary for a sitting president that has unseated the sitting president? Either of you know?
Reagan.
I don't know.
I believe was one.
Really?
Was he?
I believe Reagan was one.
Wow. All right. All right. About more than 15 years ago, he became fixated on a belief that vaccines are not safe. He emerged as one of the leading voices in the anti-vaccine movement, and his work has been described by public health experts and even his own family as misleading and dangerous. Hey, this sounds like another one of our kind of presidents. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Boo for Washington and Oregon. Our states, those two states, largest increases in homelessness in the United States. New data shows how much Oregon has been impacted by the homeless crisis since the start of the pandemic and how we compare with the rest of the country. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the Pacific Northwest saw some of the highest numbers of people unhoused from 2020 to 2022. So like right through COVID. Nearly 18,000 in Oregon and more than 25,000 in Washington. And what surprised me, I guess probably about 5 years ago, that problem even hit a small place like Chihuahua, So all over, really sad. And if you look at what's going on in Spokane, nobody's got the answers for it. I mean, you've got some groups that want to make them a park to live in and other people that want them out, and then they build a huge facility to house 200 of them, and it doesn't get used. So tough answers. All right. You guys got one? Got a cure for homelessness?
I wish.
Okay. Just checking. All right.
We're going to give them all your money, Scott.
Maryland investigation uncovers the sexual abuse of 600-plus children by the Catholic Church. Which, you can't make jokes about this. It's something horrible. But my question that I'm putting out there is when the church, when are they really going to, and I know we got a lot of Catholics, and I'm not picking on them because I think it's just like the government and anything that runs it. But when are they going to step up and make a change that stops this. I mean, we've been hearing about the problems with the Catholic priests for decades now. And I don't know, in my opinion, I wish the Pope would step up and make a change and let them get married, maybe? I don't know what the answer is, but,
something.
Yeah, hugely creepy. All right.
I think the part that's disturbing is it's not just we're finding out about these things that happened, it's just after years and years of this happening, it keeps happening.
It keeps happening. And then the cover-ups. Cover-ups. And like somebody that's been accused of it, they pull them off and take them to Rome, and hide them. It's not right. All right, moving along this morning. This is a scary one. South African pilot says he was able to safely land his plane despite a deadly Cape Cobra whose bite can kill in just 30 minutes, slithering at his feet and at one point going up into his shirt.
Ooh. Yikes.
We need Samuel L. Jackson.
Hey, honey. Oh, that's not you. And one of the things that, it goes back surely to my and Alan's childhood, is the name of like Johnson and Johnson as like a family name almost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just you grew up with that. Oh, they got all these great products for your family and babies and stuff. But we've heard about the talc problem and the cancer it caused. They've agreed to pay an $8.9 billion settlement, tens of thousands of lawsuits alleging that the talc in its iconic baby powder and other products cause cancer. The amount dwarfs J&J original offer of just $2 billion. But now, here's what they did. J&J's controversial Texas two-step bankruptcy maneuver in which it sought to offload the talc liability on a subsidiary that immediately when they did it, filed for Chapter 11. So trying to get out to pay those cancer fees. So there you go. Boo, Johnson & Johnson. All right.
But anybody who's ever accidentally inhaled after making a big cloud of that stuff knows exactly that.
Yeah. And it's sad that they've been putting it on babies' bottoms for years.
Right.
Not saying I still use it, but maybe. Excuse me.
So much I want to say.
Go ahead, Alan. Go ahead. Make fun of my bum.
Not going to do that.
All right. Moving on to bits and breaks this morning. We're going to the cheat sheet I sent you guys today. More bad excuses for being late to work from a survey of managers across the U.S. And Chuck, you might hear a few of these, as you take over the radio station. My dog swallowed my car keys.
Half of them will be coming from me. So there's that.
When you're late. Yeah. My dog didn't come back after I let him out. That's a pretty good one, though. If Mooch wasn't here, I'd be skipping work.
Yeah,
that one does happen.
One Alan tried once. I hit a mountain lion on the way to work.
I tried that successfully 3 times.
Those are deer, Alan, not mountain lions. Those are deer.
4 legs, I get confused easy.
What if deer killed people? It'd be kind of scary around Chihuahua. All right. A helicopter landed in the street and I couldn't get around it. Great excuse. I tried a new way into work and it took me 2 hours.
You live a mile away.
The traffic light in Chihuahua was mistimed on my way in.
Right.
My wife and son took both cars, and when I went outside, there was nothing in the driveway.
Nothing.
Ooh.
This happens in Chihuahua. I was stuck in a long line at the McDonald's that was torn down. The line at Starbucks was out the door. I forgot what day it was. I thought it was the weekend. I couldn't remember what time zone I was in. I like this one. I'm not late. I decided to change my hours to make them more convenient. I felt it was better to sleep at home rather than at the office. There you go. Moving on, it's secrets from the experts. Chuck, you're on top. We'll throw that one at you.
Alrighty. Yeah, so these are some of the best tips from Consumer Reports magazine. It's perfectly fine to leave your laptop connected to its charger at home. Today's computers are smart enough to stop charging and use the juice just for power. Okay. If you're trying to decide between a large TV and a larger TV, go larger. Okay.
Yeah.
Always.
Go big or go home.
Right? There's no such thing as a TV too small.
Okay.
To save money on printing, avoid the Arial fonts. Tests have shown that it uses more ink than most other fonts.
And it's probably the most popular. Is that by design?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a conspiracy for the printer ink companies. Smartphones need a fresh restart. They're actually full-fledged computers that need to be restarted every few days to purge memory reserved by programs no longer running to fix glitches that can hinder performance. Okay.
I've never noticed that.
I know mine's been glitching out on me, but
I never turn mine off. Yeah.
Restart it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I only turn mine off when it dies.
That makes sense, Chuck.
Yep. So laptop or tablet. Here's one way to tell what you need. Tablets are good for consuming media. Computers and laptops are good for creating it.
You got that, Chuck?
I do. I got it. Hey, I just got a new computer.
I know.
First time using it today.
Look how clear his picture is. We can actually see Chuck today.
That is pretty clear.
It looked like you were using like a webcam from 1986.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
All right.
It was really bad. Don't bother using nitrogen in your tires to keep up tire pressure. It's a waste of money. Air is about 80% nitrogen anyway.
Who sold me that one?
It cost me $20 to pump up the tires.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, don't go back there again. Never wash or rinse raw chicken in the sink. You'll splash your germs around the kitchen and risk food poisoning.
Ooh.
Okay.
Where
fire extinguishers. Right. Fire extinguisher, smoke detectors, and carbon monoxide alarms do have expiration dates. Write those dates down where you can see them to know when to replace the devices. Okay.
That's for the anal retentive people.
Right?
I've got to write down what date my detector's going to expire.
Well, the real one is those of us that use a label maker for stuff like that.
Oh, that's even worse, Chuck.
Wow. I haven't done that on my smoke detectors, but now I will.
Okay.
Thank you. If you think granola is healthy, think again. It's often loaded with fat and sugar. Try mixing it with puff cereal to lighten the calories.
That seems like a bad idea. That's more sugar.
Yeah.
But it's the fat and sugar that make the granola taste good. Otherwise, it's just oatmeal.
You know what you get when you take all the fat and sugar and the granola away? Just raisins. That's all that's left.
Just raisins.
Just raisins. I've got a box of just raisins. All right.
And nobody likes me.
Yeah. Nobody wants to come over for breakfast, that's for sure.
I know. In cars, leather or leather-like seats are much easier to clean than the fabric. They also remove your skin when it's hot. Don't wear shorts. You can never wear shorts again if you have a car with leather seats. We had a Volkswagen Bug in Tennessee, and without a heater. It didn't have an air conditioner in it, and it was so bad during the summertime. We could not wear shorts.
Sit down and get a 3rd-degree burn on your bum.
Yeah, and then you get up and half your skin is still stuck to the seat.
Not Alan though, because he's still wearing flannel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan's safe.
That and I don't have
He's
a bum.
immune.
It's 100 degrees out. Alan's got 2 flannel shirts and a vest.
That's my summer attire.
Is your vest flannel too?
But he's got open-toed sandals on.
It's like a horse blanket on the inside.
Okay.
So measure your laundry detergent with the provided cap. Use too much, which many people do, and you could get residue on your clothes. Remember that today's washers use much less water than older machines. That's good advice.
They also say now that it's a scam to get you to use more, that measuring wood, and that you really only need a couple tablespoons of laundry detergent to clean your laundry. I don't know if it's true.
I use about half. I use about half what it says to use, and sometimes I think that's still too much. Don't wait until the vacuum bag or bin is full to replace it. By then, it will have lost significant suction power.
Yeah. Wow, Chuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold
on. Any shampoo will clean your hair. Tests have shown. So buy what you like and want to pay.
Oh, there you go.
Get that cheap stuff that makes your scalp itch.
All right. Secrets from the expert, also known as Chuck. All right, this is going to be fun. I don't know anybody who likes death more than him. Here comes Alan Milani with bizarre deaths.
Oh, goodness.
Wow, that's not a good number. I don't know.
I made that up. Sorry.
In 2011, 3 teenagers, 2 sisters and their friend, were killed by a Union Pacific train when posing for a selfie that was found on their phone near Salt Lake City, Utah. Shortly before, they posted the message, "Standing right by a train. Ah ha ha, this is awesome."
Wow.
Oh, man. Wow. Famous last words.
Mm-hmm.
In 1919, the king of Greece was bitten by a monkey and died of sepsis at age 27.
Ouch.
Yeah, no fun. In 2013, a 21-year-old Canadian student was found dead in a water tank on top of the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. Her strange behavior in an elevator surveillance video, along with the mysterious circumstances of her death, sparked widespread speculation and theories.
There's a whole movie about her. That's pretty bizarre. Pretty
Really?
interesting. Yep.
What's the movie called?
I
told you.
I honestly don't remember.
Huh.
Wow. Wow.
Bring out today!
Sorry.
I'm not dead yet.
I just wanted to lighten it up a little.
In,
Yeah, that was the one that it was discovered because the residents of the hotel complained about the strange odor and flavor of the water.
Oh
no!
Multiple weeks later.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
hey, hold on. I got a sound effect for that.
Romulan ale. Live bones. You know, this is illegal.
I only use it for medicinal purposes.
There you go.
Wow. In 2002, an Italian man who packed his bags and told friends he was leaving for America 44 years earlier was found dead inside one of the walls of his home. An American woman who had purchased the home discovered the body as she was carrying out renovations.
Creepy.
Wow.
I'm going to America, but no, I'm going to live in this wall.
That's a pretty solid excuse for not remodeling your home.
We're gonna be redoing our kitchen soon, and when we do, there's gonna be a little dead spot in the corner, and we're gonna put a plastic skeleton in there.
Oh.
Not creepy at all.
No. In 2012, a Brazilian man died after being hit by his own car, which he had rigged with a remote control system. He accidentally triggered the system while working under the vehicle, causing it to run him over.
Oh, Darwin Award. Oh,
wow.
In
Was that during Mythbusters?
What, Mythbusters?
Yeah, that was the Mythbusters guys. No, it wasn't.
In 2011, a 35-year-old man from California died after being stabbed in the leg by a rooster during an illegal cockfight. The bird had a knife attached to its leg, which inflicted a lethal wound to the man's femoral artery.
Oh, that sounds like just desserts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a justified homicide right there. That's self-defense.
Wow, it almost sounds like Apocalypse Chicken. One more time, thank you, Alan Milani.
Bring out today!
All right, before we go to trivia, I thought this one would be cool because you're both dog owners. I want to know, how many dogs, Chuck? You said 4?
4.
4. All right, I want to know your dogs' names and how you chose them.
Oh, goodness, right now?
Yeah, right now. No, I want you to send me a letter. I'll read it next week.
Oh, my.
Well, Jack, we just chose his name because it seemed like a cool name and it seemed appropriate for his personality.
Okay.
Sadie, we were living in Tennessee at the time, and we had a whole list of like traditional old Southern women's names, and we whittled it down to Sadie Mae. Bo, it was he was just dopey and silly, and Bo just seemed appropriate.
So you're saying Bo is a name for dumb people?
in this particular case, yes.
Wow, Chuck. Yes. Wow.
And Angus was a name that I think the kids came up with, and I don't exactly remember how we came up with that name. It just sort of stuck.
Wasn't for AC/DC or anything.
No.
Alan, how many dogs?
Sorry.
2.
Sorry, Chuck, I cut you off.
Oh no, that's okay. I think there was like a King Angus or something at one point in some Spanish country or something. I don't know.
All right. 2 dogs, Alan?
2 dogs.
And what are their names?
One is named Whiskey, 'cause that's my favorite cocktail.
Nice.
Right? And the other dog is named Gunner because he's
for your other favorite cocktail.
He's big and he reminds me of like a sergeant in the army or something.
All right.
Nice.
But we knew he was going to be big when he got him. He's a Rottweiler.
All right. Nice. Alan's choice of names.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Gunner and Whiskey. All right. And then mine's much simpler. My cat Mooch, because when she was just a kitten, she actually strolled a piece of pizza that was bigger than her, and we hadn't named the cat yet. And as she ran from the living room dragging that piece of pizza, one of the kids yelled out, "Mooch, you mooch," and everybody went, "That's her name."
That's her name.
All right. How can you tell if Scott's acting inappropriately?
His lips are moving.
Yeah. Oh, man. His lips are moving. Questions I often ask myself. Would I do this if my significant other was around? Would I want someone to do this to my daughter? Oh, my gosh. Would I want this to be seen on national news? If it's a picture or something visual, would I have it in my house? And is what I'm about to do or say likely to make a person feel good or uneasy? Sad thing.
Yes, then you're going to do it.
I can hear Marion laughing. Is this going to make him feel good or uneasy? You know, and I actually prefer uneasy. I like to make people nervous. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can make them a little nervous before we go to break.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
That's me.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Alan put up his hands like, I choose to lose, thank you.
It's not a choice.
It's not a choice.
I'm thinking impaired.
All right. Let's see. Okay, this is a tough one. We're going to start off with a brain teaser to get you guys warmed up. You have to guess what this is. Forward, I'm heavy. Backward, I'm not. What am I? 3 letters make up this word. Forward, I'm heavy. Backward, I'm not. What's the word?
Ton.
There you go. Look at, not a surprise there, Chuck Ritchie. That's why we have made him the boss.
Look at the big brain on Chuck.
Radio.
It's amazing. Guys. I'm always surprised he can carry around that massive head.
It's so big.
It's so big. Spy the lie. India's national bird is the peacock. Between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, Americans produce an extra 5 million tons of trash. Or the woodpecker is mentioned in the Bible 4 times. Which one's the lie?
I'm going to go with the trash one because I think it's way more than that.
Okay. He's choosing trash.
India.
Always.
And you're choosing India. And you guys should have charged the Bible, but I could have guessed that. I don't think either of you ever read it. Woodpecker is not mentioned in the Bible 4 times. That's a lie.
Okay. I didn't want to put my foot on the line on that one.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. In 1900, the average U.S. person did this at age 47. What were they doing?
When was this?
1940. Is that what I said? 40. I got to go back and look. 1900. Average U.S. person did this at age 47.
Died?
Yeah.
There you go.
You said it.
Yeah, you said it. Chuck got it because, Alan, you can think it, but it doesn't count unless it comes out.
Yeah.
Agreeing with the other person gives you no points.
I almost didn't want to say it either, Alan.
All right. I think I got one more from this one. There are 61 towns in the United States with this word in their names.
New.
Okay. I can't believe it. It's also a type of bird. 61 towns in the United States with this word in their names. It's also a type of bird. Big bird.
Peacock?
Welcome to Peacock, Tennessee. No.
I have no idea.
It's a big bird.
Eagle?
It's a big bird. Bigger than an eagle.
Ostrich?
Well, probably.
Not quite that big.
Ostrich Washington.
Emu?
Not quite as big as an ostrich, but I guess an eagle probably has a bigger wingspan. It's a fat bird.
Turkey.
Turkey is right. Just to name a couple of them: Turkey Town, Alabama, and Turkey Foot, Florida.
Wow.
Which kind of sounds
like that.
appropriate. It's probably the capital of Florida. Any
It's certainly
person,
the government of Florida.
any person who does this will receive $1,500. What are they doing?
We'll see $1,500.
You will receive. Any person who does this will receive $1,500. What are they doing?
Live in Alaska for more than 2 years.
Nope. That's a good one though, Chuck. I should almost probably give you a point for that.
Right?
Yep. Not what I'm looking for though.
Not a clue.
Any person can do this anywhere and just get $1,500.
Well, now I just want to know how to get $1,500.
Yeah. Tell us, Scott.
You want to
Spill the
know?
beans.
You want to
Come
know? Play
I
Monopoly.
want to know.
Is that bad? It's
I
bad.
want real money.
No,
Yeah.
I like fake things.
We're sorry. You've reached an imaginary number. Please rotate your phone 90 degrees and try again.
I want to see Alan do that at the carpet store. Well, Scott said if I rotated my phone 90 degrees, it would work. Yeah. All right. Each year, at the New York City Marathon, roughly 1,540 of these are needed.
Plastic
Band-Aids.
cups.
Both of you again.
Plastic
Band-Aids.
cups.
That was good. Plastic cups and I believe Band-Aids. Neither one of those are right, but I like that Band-Aids.
The tag, the badge things with their numbers on them.
Oh, that's a good one, Chuck, but no. In fact,
That seems kind of low.
I've just bought one of these.
Adult diapers.
Oh! Wow.
Hey! Shut up!
Shut up.
Oh, one more.
Shut up, Wesley.
All right. Any other guesses?
Changes of shoes?
Just think of what all those people waiting around might have to do.
Go to the bathroom.
Yep. Take the next step into a
porta potties.
Porta potty. Alan wins that one. Wow.
Wow.
Man,
apparently I
thank
didn't.
God I wasn't just thinking that.
Yeah. I shouldn't have had the lights so dim.
Driving to work, just fell asleep.
Did you catch that, Chuck? I said the lights are too dim.
It happens.
All right, here's another brain cruncher. Really, really tough. Tom drove all the way from Florida to New York without realizing his car had a flat tire, but he arrived safely with 4 fully inflated tires. How is this possible?
It was his
He
spare.
was driving a semi-truck.
Oh, there you go, Alan. It was his spare tire in the trunk. Semi-truck. Oh, I guess because it's got more than 4 tires. I get it, Chuck. That was clever, but wrong. All right.
Okay.
We all do it, but 54% of us do it in just 15 minutes or less.
I'm going to go sit over here.
That's easy, but I can't say it on the radio.
Repeat the question.
Let me turn the lights back up. We all do it, but 54% of us do it in 15 minutes or less.
Go to the bathroom.
If anybody's taken 15 minutes to go to the bathroom, you need to see a doctor.
It depends on which end is coming out, Scott.
Okay, that's true. Huh?
I mean, sometimes it's the only way to be alone.
I'm really confused by Alan's comment.
Huh. Say eat.
No matter how I
hold on.
No matter how I picture that, Alan, none of it makes sense. Okay. What'd you say, Chuck?
We say eat. Eat a meal.
No.
15 minutes.
We all do it. 54% of us do it in 15 minutes or less. It's something you have to do. Besides going to the bathroom, you two children.
Well, I meant go to the bathroom and take a shower is what I meant.
No.
15 minutes is way too long to brush your teeth.
Wow.
They're still in the bathroom.
I can tell what you guys think about in the shower. Absolutely nothing.
You know?
You're falling asleep, boys. You're falling asleep at night.
Oh,
all right, we all do it.
falling
54% of it do us in 15 minutes or less. I can get it down, like if I'm taking an afternoon nap, to about 60 seconds. And I can be snoring. Yeah. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Let's do breakfast bingo, and then we'll let you guys answer wrong and win. All right, I'm going to go back and forth with you. We're spelling bingo. Capital of Beijing. Oh, we lost Chuck. There he is. Capital of Beijing, China, Chuck. Sorry. Capital of China. Apparently, I turned the lights down on myself.
I am smart. I am smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
All right. So we've spelt B.
Minneapolis.
We spelt B, luckily. Alan, something you replace in your computer's printer.
Ink.
Another name for a laptop computer.
Notebook.
He's jolly and green.
The Green Giant.
Green Giant.
And when you're not inside this, when you're not inside, you're this.
Outside.
All right. Look at that. Between three of us, we were able to do bingo.
I think we got really lucky on the first one.
We are the Three Amigos.
Honestly, when we first started that, I thought we were doing answer wrong and win.
We are going to do answer wrong and win right now, though. Name the country that often goes by the nickname the Land Down Under. Anybody?
Beijing.
Oh, goodness. India. Beijing.
Beijing, India. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Well, let's go make it easier on you guys. Alan, when canoeing down a river, what type of boat would you use?
One that doesn't leak.
Ooh. You know this is answer wrong and win, so you should say one totally made of flannel.
Flannel. A flannel boat.
He died in his flannel boat.
Yeah.
All right. Chuck, name a planet that rhymes with cars.
Fitness.
Fitness planet? Planet Fitness. Oh, I get it. That's a good one. 10,000 points. Look at that. Look at that. Chuck, put them up. Put them up.
I got my 2 hands up. I surrender. Come and lock me up. Here forever.
Look how well he does what I tell him. It's pretty impressive. Alan, stand on your head.
It's not bad for a boss.
Scott didn't say.
Wow. 10 more points, Chuck. There you go. He's on a roll. All right. I think we're back to Alan. And what high school subject would you use a beaker, Alan?
Trigonometry.
Trigonometry. All right. And Chuck, what do you call the person who sits in the front of the plane and tells it where to go?
The stewardess.
Correct answer, my mom. All right.
Some might call her Karen.
Karen. Oh, that's a good one. All right. 10,000 points for Alan there. Feel sorry for all women named Karen. I changed my name. I saw a gal online once that she spelt it with a Y and an apostrophe, like it was Karen.
Oh,
so it
man.
kind of changes it. Yeah.
Karen.
Oh, I like that. All right, we come back. We're going to have odd news and much, much more. A little bit of history. Alan will have today's birthdays. Yay. And we'll be back. I was going to say, Alan, you need to send me that calendar. You forgot this month.
Oh.
All right.
I didn't.
And then last month, you know what Alan did? Last month, he sent me the calendar of birthdays, but he cut off the edges so I couldn't see all of the birthdays. I think he does those kind of things on purpose. All right. We're out of here. We'll be back in just 6 minutes. Stay with us. It's KCHW Chihuahua.
It's 8:19.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
This portion of programming made possible by a donation from
New Health. At New Health, they're here for you and here for all. With locations in Chihuahua, Colville, Ione, Loon Lake, 9 Mile Falls, Northport, and Springdale, they've been able to serve the Tri-County areas for the last 45 years. Their providers are here to support you with any of your healthcare needs, whether it be your medical, dental, behavioral health, or pharmacy needs. Call 509-935-6004 to schedule an appointment today or visit their website to find a location nearest you. New Health, celebrating 45 years of bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare.
This is KCHW, Chihuahua, 102.7 FM.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW, Chihuahua.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, this is the news from rural America. A reversal in the historic population decline outside of metro areas. At least for now, the rural exodus of the last decade has stopped, and there is a slight uptick. The U.S. Census Bureau credits migration domestically, plus international immigration. But those gains were tempered because deaths in rural America outnumbered births. Daily Yonder reporter Sarah Malott explains the reversal.
There's some recent survey data from other regional sources that suggest that remote work is a big motivator for people relocating from cities into more rural areas since the pandemic years.
The number of people living in rural counties grew by 56,000 from 2021 to 2022. Malott notes, however, rural counties located farthest from cities did not grow.
The remote counties actually lost a little bit of population, while those that are closest to the cities gained a little bit over the past year.
Mayors go en masse to Washington, D.C. annually to strategize about federal policies that shape local governments. It's the National League of Cities Congressional City Conference. The gathering is especially important for small communities because discussions take place on some of the most pressing issues they face. Danielle Smith reports, talking with one local leader who attended.
Cave City Mayor Jonas Anderson says federal funding from the American Rescue Plan Act is being put to use at home in Cave City.
We were able to utilize those funds to make some major improvements in our water and sewer system. So we've actually been doing that the last couple of years. We just wrapped up one project on that. We're looking forward to doing another one this summer.
The American Rescue Plan Act allocated nearly $2.6 billion to Arkansas for COVID-19 response needs, fill revenue shortfalls, and address the unequal impact of the pandemic on certain populations. I'm Danielle Smith.
Almost half of new stores opened last year were chain dollar stores, and watchdogs are sounding the alarm. They say the popular stores are one more nail in the coffin for local merchants, according to research by the Institute for Local Self-Reliance. The problem is the need is there, says Scott Kostel, mayor of Springfield, South Dakota, population 2,000.
A lot of folks want to shop close to home for those things that you just want to run out for.
The chains claim no one else wants to invest in these communities. The Institute report says the chains actually drive other retailers out of business and extract wealth from local economies. Mayor Kostel wants more engagement from the chains in the community's financial well-being by supporting local enterprise and joining the Chamber of Commerce.
those are very much integral to a small community's survival and how well our quality of life is going to be.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
Welcome to 2023 Talks, where we are following our democracy in historic times.
Well, Wisconsin, guess what? We did it! We did it!
Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Janet Protasewicz celebrates following her high-stakes win in the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. The election outcome shifts majority control of the High Court to liberals for the first time in 15 years and will likely determine the fate of the state's abortion ban and GOP-drawn legislative maps. Protasewicz defeated former Justice Dan Kelly, who advised Republicans to use fake GOP electors in the 2020 presidential election. Brandon Johnson, a union organizer and former public school teacher, was elected mayor of Chicago.
Make no mistake about it, Chicago is a union town.
Johnson beat former Chicago Public Schools CEO Paul Vallis with help from the Chicago Teachers Union to succeed Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Johnson said his win represented a victory for a bold progressive movement. Crime and policing dominated the campaign. A North Carolina state lawmaker elected as a Democrat has announced her move to the GOP, giving Republicans a veto-proof supermajority in the state's legislature. Representative Tricia Contham would not comment on how her defection might change her position on abortion rights.
I'm going to look inside and I'm going to pray on this issue. And I know that's where I will find the answer, as I do on everything.
Contham represents the heavily Democratic Mecklenburg County. Democrats are calling on her to resign. In Tennessee, Republican lawmakers are working to expel 3 Democrats, saying they brought disorder and dishonor to the state house for taking part in a protest calling for gun safety laws. Representative Gloria Johnson says they committed no crime.
They are going with the NRA and the Tennessee Firearms Association instead of listening to the people of Tennessee. They're allowing children to die while doing nothing.
Hundreds of protesters gathered at the Capitol following the Nashville school shooting that left 3 adults and 3 children dead. EPA Administrator Michael Regan says his agency will strengthen limits on mercury emissions from coal-fired power plants, updating standards imposed more than a decade ago.
The good people at EPA are ready to take advantage of what we've learned from the past rules and what we've gained in terms of technological advancements.
Research shows mercury and other pollutants from power plants can harm the brain development of young children. Former Vice President Mike Pence will reportedly not appeal a judge's ruling requiring him to testify before a grand jury examining the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Pence could be a key witness in the special counsel's investigation into former President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. I'm Catherine Carley for Pacifica Network and Public News Service. Find our 8 trust indicators to support transparency and accuracy at publicnewsservice.org.
The Three Amigos!
All right, thanks for joining us for Three Amigos Thursday. We've got Alan Milani, our new station manager, well, in a few weeks. Chuck Ritchie. Congratulations, Chuck. If you didn't join us in the beginning of the show, you missed that. There you go. And, of course, myself, Scott Allen. Chuck, what is the most exciting thing about taking over as a station manager of KCHW?
You know, there's a lot of things, but it's silly. And one of the thing that excites me the most is if I were to go back in time and tell my 8-year-old self that at this age I would be managing a radio station, my 8-year-old self would be like overjoyed.
Oh,
so
all right.
I think that's probably more important than anything.
I was going to ask you if your 8-year-old self said, "Really?"
It's more exciting than fixing toilets on the golf course, you know?
All right. We'll call that an
I want to be just like Les Nessman.
Right? No, I'm excited, and I'm just blown away by the support of everybody on the board, and the people that have known that I've talked to about it, and just being able to do it. It's gonna be awesome, and I want to thank you to Michelle for being here for last year, and
yes,
and
definitely,
taking the reins
definitely,
and keeping things going. So
definitely.
I wish her the best of luck in whatever she's doing, wherever she goes.
And it was very sweet too, because she gave us a month's notice, so that makes things really, really easy. So there you go.
Well,
All right.
she's been great. So.
All right. And
So
speaking
thank
of
you,
Les Nessman, on May 1st, Chuck will be flying over Chewelah in an airplane, dropping turkeys out.
I swear I thought they could fly.
Just don't get the frozen ones, Chuck.
Yes. And don't include Alan with the turkeys. Speaking of Mr. Milani, give us your lowdown on some birthdays, and you can even back up and do yesterday since I didn't have them.
So yesterday we have Carly Russ. I think I said that right. Yeah, Carly Russ. And today we have Dale Oman.
All right. And just those two. All right. All the applause for them. You know them, you love them, see them around town, point and laugh, tell them we talked about them on the radio. Celebrity birthdays for today, we go to Chuck Ritchie, who was not ready.
Sorry. We got Billy D. Williams. I am ready now.
Okay.
Billy D. Williams is 86. I was so enthralled listening to the local birthdays, I just got distracted.
Okay.
So Billy D. Williams, 86. John Ratzenberger from Cheers, Cliff Clavin, he's 76. Mary Lou Henner is 71. Michael Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy is 68. Paul Rudd, everybody's favorite nice guy, is 54. Zach Braff from Scrubs is 48. Candace Cameron Bure from Full House is 47. Charlie McDermott from A Frozen River in the Middle is 33. And Peyton List from Cobra Kai is 25.
There you go. Moving on to a little bit of history for today. 1896 is where we're going to start. It was the first modern Olympic Games opened in Athens, Greece. 1896.
Nice.
1909, explorers Robert E. Peary and Matthew A. Henson became the first two men to reach the North Pole, where Santa was happily waiting for them. 1930, Hostess Twinkies were invented. 1930. And
the world was never the same.
That's right. In 2012, Alan invented the Stinky.
I prefer to call it the stink pickle.
Wow. Wow. At least it's sealed in plastic. 1947, the first Tony Awards were presented for theatrical achievements. 1983, Interior Secretary James Watt banned the Beach Boys from the 4th of July celebration on the Washington Mall, saying rock and roll bands attract the wrong element. It was 1983. Really?
Those pesky Beach Boys.
Really?
1983?
1983. Wow. I bet you he was really old.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It is. It's sad. 2004.
Kids with their rock and roll music and their aging Beach Boys.
Yeah. They'll all be smoking pot. 2004. Yeah, the Beach Boys do not... I can't even think of anything wrong with them.
Right. They'll all be smoking pot. Fast forward to 2022. Yep.
University of Connecticut, 2004, became the first school to win the NCAA Division I men's and women's basketball titles in the same season, as the women's team beat Tennessee 70-61 for their third consecutive championship. All right. Here's our fun one from this morning, traveling back to 2007, when a 105-year-old Romanian made his first ever trip to the doctor after eating a jar of Allen's pickles.
Yes.
I don't think I can go on.
I wonder if he was running.
Just like Allen's pickles, they were past their sell-by date.
Way past.
Way past. I'm all hot now. Man took himself to the hospital and told doctors he'd had pains for 2 days, and was worried about it might be something serious. Doctors who performed a full checkup on him said he was very healthy for his age, and that he was probably suffering from indigestion. When they tried to access his records, they found he had never, ever been to a doctor. Wow, 105.
Wow.
See, 2019, first ever Mars quake seismic event on planet Mars was detected by NASA's InSight lander. Turns out it was just Alan back here on Earth.
Cooking up a new batch of stink pickles.
Yeah.
Sometimes we hear those down at the radio station. What was that? It's just a Mars quake. Sorry, Alan.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
All right. 2020 149th British Open Men's Golf Championship was canceled for the first time since World War II due to that darn COVID pandemic. It's like it's almost gone. I mean, people are still getting sick here and there, but nobody's talking about it.
Well, they finally lifted the mask mandate for hospitals and healthcare facilities.
Woo! All right, special events. We go back to the top of our pyramid, and it's Alan Maloney.
So today is Army Day.
Okay.
Yay, Army.
All right, big round of applause. Everybody that served.
Drowsy Drivers Awareness Day.
We already covered that with you. After 50, over 50, driving from Kettle Falls, naps.
So watch out for me. Jump Over Things Day.
I can't do that.
Same. The only thing I jumped is to conclusions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, though, I can walk under a lot of things you guys can't.
That's true.
Let's see. Burrito Day.
Oh, no.
Is that every day?
Oh.
We're all going to contribute to global warming.
We're all going to die.
Caramel Popcorn Day.
Okay.
Siamese Cat Day. Twinkie Day. And
You know, ironically, when I was growing up, we had a Siamese cat named Twinkie. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
Really?
Quiet! I can't have myself lie.
I wonder
'Cause
if
when
they
we got
still
her,
have
she
the
was-
original Twinkie.
No, we don't.
He
It
also
would probably still be fresh.
if you wrap it in plastic.
Right.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And let's see, World Table Tennis Day.
On ESPN 8, the Ocho. All right, number for the day, Chuck.
Why was I thinking that before you said it?
Yeah, because you like dodgeball too.
Right. The number of the day is 26 million. That is the number of hot dogs consumed in a typical session at Scott's house.
Right?
No, that's at a Major League Baseball game. 26 million.
I like the first one better. Yeah. 26 million hot dogs.
Hail to the king, baby.
I was going to say Hail Kobayashi from the hot dog championship. in July 4th.
Kobayashi.
Is that the one that ate herself to death?
No, Kobayashi was a
Kobayashi.
dude. Didn't he win it for like 4 years in a row or something like that?
Forever. Like
Yeah.
nobody could touch him. And yeah, for a long, long time.
They had a girl doing it too, and she was called like the Black Widow or the Widowmaker or something like that. But she actually ate so many hot dogs at one time that she died in an event.
Crazy.
And I'm not lying.
That's
I'm
crazy.
not lying.
Quiet! I can't have myself lie.
Or am I?
Did she die? There was one of them that got famous, and we saw her. We were at the Big Tex in Texas, where they served one of those great big giant like 1 million ounce steaks, and we got to sit there while we were eating and watch her break the record for this meal at the
Wow.
Big Tex.
Did it come with fries?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
all
it
over
comes. Yeah,
that.
it comes with all the sides. You have to eat everything. Yeah, you
I'm
have to
going
do
to
the drink
Texas.
and the sides, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
do
the
that
big.
challenge.
It's the famous one with like the big Texan guy with the thumb, leaning against the building. Big Tex, yeah.
I shouldn't say this, but all I want to say after that conversation is, come on, Stink Pickle.
Stink Pickle.
Have ever of
And
you
they're-
guys either joined a food eating competition?
No.
No?
Oh God, no.
I think that takes a special kind of person to go for that. All right.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately for us, Alan has to go to work, and we got we got double odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, start off with the news attack. First part true, second sentence horribly written joke. All done by Alan today.
Yep. Nice. So blame him. Point and laugh when you see him in the carpet store.
Yes. Hey, do that today. Just if you're walking down the streets, like you're walking down Main Street, do a little detour, go down a block, and hit second, and curve around the carpet store, and just open the door to the carpet store and point at Alan in his flannel shirt and laugh, and then walk off.
Ooh, that would be fantastic.
Wow.
I love that.
All right.
I better turn my cameras on.
But don't laugh at him because it was flannel, because flannel's cool.
and then yeah, don't laugh at the flannel. And then next week we want to report how many people laughed at you, Alan. Okay.
I will give you an update.
That's your Chihuahua challenge for today. News attack, first part true, second part bad joke, and Mr. Milani kicks it off again.
Are we starting out with a replica painting?
Yes, we are.
Replica painting that hung in the TV room in a home in France turned out to be real and worth $845,000. Brenda, it's time to upgrade the sofa to one with a fridge built into the armrest.
And a real masseuse.
I read
a real masseuse in the back of it.
Yes.
I read a story once recently. I think it might have been a Van Gogh or a Picasso, one of the really famous artists. They found in an old secondhand sofa. It was inside the cushion of the sofa.
Wow. Had it been stolen?
It was very. I don't remember. I don't know what they said in the story, but it was just really recent, like the last few weeks. So it was found.
Wow.
Crazy. And verified. Yeah.
All right, and your turn.
A study found 6 or more friends can improve your health. I feel like having a dog counts as 1.5 friends.
Yeah.
I have 4, so I've already reached my 6. I don't ever have to leave the house again.
I don't need friends.
Yeah.
Researchers say reading to infants increases their brain's ability to process language skills when they eventually head to school. My parents, they never read to me, and yet I did okay in the first grade all 3 years.
Yeah. A study found that less than half of American kids in 12th grade have a basic or proficient knowledge of American history. The others thought history was what happened while they were in the 11th grade.
It's true.
Chuck. According to a study, the best teenage liars are usually the most popular kids in school. Yeah. Not only that, they stay popular right up until the moment they graduate from law school.
It's true. I was class president.
And then they have long, successful political careers.
Yeah, not so
right?
Let's see. That was Chuck. So in a survey of restaurant managers, 3/4 say going up to an all-you-can-eat buffet more than 3 times is just not right. Also, I guess pitching a tent over my table and laying out a sleeping bag was off limits.
You've been here 4 hours.
Sir, you have to go home. You paid for the lunch special. It's dinner time.
All right, Alan, you okay with the next joke? Can you handle it?
I can handle it. Doesn't mean it's true.
Fake news.
The indictment against Donald Trump includes allegations that he paid off a former Trump Tower doorman. Here's $30,000 not to tell anybody that I was unable to escape the revolving door.
Got caught in the middle. All right. Few more news and nuggets for you. Chuck, are you ready with today's?
Oh my goodness, I was, but then I scrolled the wrong direction. And
All
now
right,
my
you lose your
computer's
turn,
going
Chuck.
crazy.
You have
I lost
lost.
my turn.
You've lost your turn. All right, if you haven't noticed, the Masters has begun. We're talking golf, and already my bracket is busted. I don't know what that means, but my bracket definitely busted. Alan?
This might be Tiger Woods' last Masters tournament.
Oh.
Sorry.
Aw, nobody cares.
Back to me again?
Yes.
Complaints about airlines have gone up in recent years. Apparently, customers don't like it when they have to search themselves in the security line. I'd be all over that one.
I pat myself down all the time.
Fine.
Yeah.
So in theaters, the movie Air. It's a movie about Nike creating the iconic shoe. I can't wait for the next film in the series, Birkenstock.
And then the follow-up to that,
Stinkies?
orthotics. Orthotics.
Orthotics. Okay.
I was going to say New Balance. It's just a bunch of dads sitting around telling bad jokes.
Guy in India is the first human to be sickened by a nasty plant fungus. Good news is he's been hired as a consultant for season 2 of The Last of Us. Oh, that's creepy that we get a TV show. I mean, TV series shows just have too much reality into them, or things that they make up end up coming true, because that movie is all about the earth being taken over and people by a fungus. And now we have the first person made sick by a nasty plant fungus. That's creepy. All right.
I don't know about that story, because like 2 weeks ago, I read that in nursing homes and healthcare facilities, there's a fungus that's been going around that's affecting mostly the elderly.
Oh. Sure it's not a fungus and not a bacteria?
No, they said fungus.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure other humans have been sick from nasty plant funguses in the past.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it the first for this specific one, or the first ever for a nasty plant fungus? Because that's a big distinction.
Maybe for a specific one, I don't know.
Maybe it's just old people. You get that old, you get a fungus.
God, Scott.
Me and Alan are already growing mushrooms.
In your closet.
Back to you, Alan.
Italy could pass legislation that would forbid use of a language other than Italian in public administration, offices, and schools. The legislation was proposed by an Italian politician named Ron DeSantolino. Wow.
Which makes me say, oh, mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Chuck?
It's me. A scientific survey shows.
It's a me.
I didn't know Jar Jar Binks was Italian.
Jar Jar.
That's what it sounded like to me. He was doing Jar Jar.
Oh, man.
It's me.
See?
A scientific survey shows that most men are not as empathetic to their female partner as she is to him. In fact, scientists had trouble finding men who even cared enough to take the survey.
Ouch. Another study suggests that red meat is unhealthy. Is it just me, or do you crave a hamburger every time a new study about red meat comes out?
Right?
Wrap us up, Alan.
Tests conducted by a team of psychologists found that chewing gum can improve a person's memory. I don't buy it. If chewing gum improves your memory, how come so many people forget that they hid their gum under the table or chair?
It's always so good to find it later, though.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been with
Just
Chuck at a
when you need piece
restaurant.
of gum.
He just looks under the table and says, is that mine?
Candy.
Lots of
watermelon.
Yeah. All
This one
right.
still has some flavor.
We're going to move back to the day before, just to keep you guys in line. And wacky but true, we do not add anything to these but sound effects from movies. And I believe it's Chuck Ritchie again. And I bet he's not ready.
I am ready.
Oh.
A New Jersey man riding a motorcycle with a phony license plate led Florida cops on a high-speed chase that ended with the suspect crashing his ride. Police say Justin Miranda was spotted Sunday evening operating a motorcycle that had the fake New Jersey tag. The fake license plate read, "Bend over." Bend over.
Hold on.
Okay, bend over.
One more.
Paging Mr. Dover. Paging Mr.
Mr. Dover. Mr. Bend over.
Well, see, I was born with a trick hip, and it made me real bendy. See, I'm just like licorice. Look.
Just like licorice.
Officers in British Police Department were left scratching their heads when they returned to their car and found an exotic bird perched on the blue lights. The orange, yellow, and green bird appeared to be a lovebird, small member of the parrot family native to Africa. Department wrote on social media, "We're taking good care of him after speaking with animal protection officials and getting some advice on how to care for a bird." And now let's go live to the police station.
Yeah, birdie, 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 birdie.
Save me, Alan.
Police in Sweden arrested a man who was using a vacuum cleaner to suck coins out of an older city-owned parking meter. He used a set of stolen keys to open the meter and the vacuum cleaner to clean out the meter because the space was too small to stick his hand into.
Oh, so sad.
I am smart. I am smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-R-T.
Got to give the guy credit for thinking outside the box.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Chuck.
I like it. A Florida man faced a domestic violence charge after a woman reported that he hit her in the face with a pizza.
Ooh.
It's a me.
Cute. At least he didn't hit her with this.
A pizza stuffed inside a turkey, the whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate.
Actually, that sounds delicious.
I want to hang out
Is
with
that
that
anchovies?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a dream where you wake up just laughing, like in the middle of the dream, just full on laughter?
No.
I once dreamt that I was walking behind my wife and I smacked her upside the back of the head with a fish, and I woke up laughing, and it was such a vivid dream, and she thought I was insane. Yeah.
She did have a fish in her hair.
She didn't really appreciate it, but I still think it was funny.
Well, in my dream, you deserved it. Alan.
The boys in blue chased down a few daring suspects that were playing in traffic on the southwest side of Columbus, Ohio. After multiple calls about a herd of goats, it was discovered that 2 goats were loose and running across traffic. Saving them from the busy street, 3 deputies rescued them from being hurt or even worse. The goats were lassoed and placed in the back of a cruiser where they were transported to a local farm.
I wouldn't want to go on that cruiser afterwards.
Negative.
Yeah. And these are reasons why, folks, we shouldn't defund the police. All right. Let's go live to the scene.
If she fails us, we better get used to herding goats.
What's up, goat roper?
Alan, you should dance since you're the only one in flannel. Perfect. Dad! It's almost over. All right. Goats are always
on, guys. I gotta go to work. Goats are the best.
All right. Let's see. Porcupine, I think, is it me? Yes, it's me. Wildlife officials. I think it is me. Wildlife officials in Iowa responded to a hotel parking lot to relocate an unusual non-native animal. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources said in Facebook posts that personnel responded on a report of a wandering porcupine. The department said the porcupines are not native to Iowa, but they have occasionally wandered in from neighboring states.
Did they put him in the squad car with the goats?
Which way did he go? Which way did he go?
I don't want to ride in the back of that squad car.
You know something, kid? That's no kitty. That's a porcupine!
There you go.
That story put me on pins and needles.
It was prickly. And back to Alan. Sorry. Go ahead, Chuck. Tell us your porcupine story.
Okay. Oh no, I was going to start to read it, but
okay, get to the point.
Go ahead, Alan. I don't have a point. I thought it was my turn. I'm starting to read. Sorry, go ahead, Alan.
A strange situation spanning 3 counties in Pennsylvania. Adams, York, and Cumberland, happened early Tuesday morning. Police received a call about seeing a stolen bus being driven by Tony Saunders. When cops caught up to the bus, it pulled away, and the chase was on across 3 counties. Eventually, Saunders stopped the bus in neighborhood, exited, and ran from police. Officers say as Saunders ran, he stripped off his clothes until he was fully naked, running through numerous parking lots and busy traffic areas. Saunders was then arrested nude and later admitted to taking the bus. According to law enforcement, Saunders also admitted to placing a dead deer inside the bus and was attempting to drive it to its home to use as fertilizer for his garden.
Wow.
We've all been there, right, guys?
Look at me. Look at me. I now have a bus montage.
I'm supposed to go on the number 9 bus to Richmond Street and get off and go 1 block left to 1947 Henry Street.
You ever traveled by bus before? Your mood's probably not going to improve much.
Wonderful!
No yelling on the bus! No yelling on the bus!
I think that's pretty true. It's pretty true.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Ritchie.
A Connecticut police officers didn't have far to go to arrest a suspected intoxicated driver. The 30-year-old man managed to crash his car into the Plainfield, Connecticut Police Department's entrance sign.
Wow. Oh, hold on.
Damn, your drunk tests are hard.
In Scotland, officials went to evict a man from his apartment for not paying his rent. They didn't find him inside, but they did a complete inventory of all of his things, then locked the place down so he couldn't come back and live there. 2 weeks later, they went back to the apartment to remove all of his belongings and were shocked to discover a man under the covers of the bed. Only problem was he was dead and had apparently been that way for quite a while. In fact, an autopsy showed that he'd been dead even before they had arrived for the first eviction inspection. Somehow, while checking everything out, they hadn't noticed that there was a man in bed the whole time.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right, here, this will be fun. Hold on.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim.
Bring out your dead!
Or perhaps, bring out your really dead. All right. Alan.
Guy's way dead. A man in India filed a complaint with a human rights body claiming that the school bell at his son's school was so loud that it was damaging to his son's health. He said every time the bell was rung, students had to put their fingers in their ears.
Oh.
Loud noises!
From an early age, my parents discouraged loud noises.
You're in my ears. All right, let's wrap it up and go fishing with Chuck.
Yeah, so it just makes sense with what I said earlier. In Detroit, a 60-year-old man was charged after allegedly using a frozen fish as a weapon. The incident took place at Desi Fruit Market. Police say the suspect became angry with the store clerk after being told the fish counter closed at 7 p.m. due to Ramadan. The suspect then had allegedly assaulted the clerk on the head with the 4-pound frozen fish. The victim was then transported to a local hospital for treatment, and the customer has been charged. It was like the other day when they closed the deli at Safeway and I threw a chicken leg at the person behind the counter.
Or perhaps in that dream where you whacked your wife in the head with the back of a fish.
That one wasn't frozen, though.
Was he charged with assault or just charged for the fish? It doesn't say. I'm so confused.
Fish are food, not friends.
All right, really bad old commercial.
Do you love to fish? Do you go crazy just thinking about fishing? Admit it, you're hooked on fish, and we're the new phone line with you in mind, the Fish Line. Talk to people 24 hours a day all over the world that, just like you, love to fish. Call up right now and talk to someone that at this very moment is cleaning a fish. Share the experience. Call 1-800-IMA-FISH. 3 hooks and a sinker the first minute, 1 carp each additional minute. Make friends, tell fish stories, clean fish, and eat worms. Call the Fish Line, 1-800-IMA-FISH.
And eat worms.
Dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim.
In fact, we're all dead now. All right, that is our show for today. Big round of applause for the boy, Alan Bellani and Chuck Ritchie. Thank you both for being here. Tomorrow, we'll wrap up your week right here on the KCHW Morning Show with the return of Chuck Ritchie. In fact, since Chuck is moving on to be station manager, he hasn't heard this yet, but he will. He will be working 7 days a week.
You said it was a part-time job.
All right. Have a great day. Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. And, well, we love you.
Hi, guys.
With Marion there with you, Scott, we've had nobody comment on the Facebook page.
I know.
La 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 la.
We are the Three Amigos!
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509